right, as we take a look outside, we've got the cloud cover still in place. Temperature just shy of 60 degrees here in San Antonio throughout the remainder of the afternoon. Low 60s expected, and then we'll start to see those thermometers fall into the 50s later on this evening, with the cloud cover increasing even more so. Expect a cloudy and colder day with a few sprinkles tomorrow. Then we quickly warm things up this weekend, and those spring-like temperatures look to kick off next week as well. Looks like a great weekend. Thanks, ma'am.
Chicken fingers in a side, but could you tell what that side was?
You're going to find out in just about 2 minutes.
Because SA Live starts right
now.
So something that's really crazy with these guys is that mountain lions are actually considered to be small cats.
We check out feeding time with this fierce feline and learn some wild facts about mountain lions you might not know.
The San Antonio staple has been serving family recipes for decades. We'll tell you what's bringing generations of families back to Henry's Puppy Taco and the story behind the superstar of the plate.
What's for dinner? This easy and inexpensive recipe can feed the family and it won't bust your budget. We share the recipe today on SA Live.
Celebrating 10 years, live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
All right, well, today is National Tooth Fairy Day, but brace yourselves, parents. According to a recent article in the New York Post, some kids are receiving crisp $100 bills, fancy jewelry a la Louis Vuitton from the Tooth Fairy.
What?
That Tooth Fairy did not visit my house as a kid.
What do they do?
Okay, but even the Tooth Fairy, not immune to the jaw-dropping inflation, $20 for a first tooth has become popular across the country, with some parents going well beyond that with the Tooth Fairy.
Wow. Okay, the Tooth Fairy gets more generous every year, but is $100 too much to give a child? I will answer that. Yes, that is. A poll from insurer Delta Dental found that a single lost tooth in 2023 was worth $6.23, up from $5.36 in 2022, and a record high in the 25-year history of the poll.
Delta Dental said that at that rate, $30 for a single tooth would be the norm in 2048. I don't know where this Tooth Fairy was when I was a kid.
Exactly.
But the Tooth Fairy brought me stickers.
Stickers, really?
And maybe I got $1.
Yeah, stickers are nice. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, $1 or $2.
Yeah,
I was happy. I was happy with that, by the way.
Yeah.
Our Tooth Fairy brings some fairy dust in my house, so and some money, but I say around $5.
$5 from your Tooth Fairy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So we want to know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Good afternoon. I'm Fiona Gorostiza.
I'm Jen Tobias. In for Mike.
Yes. Okay.
I'm still thinking about the Tooth Fairy. I'm sorry, Fiona. I'm just like, really? Wow.
$100.
I know.
Scan that QR code and weigh in. All right. What is the right amount from the Tooth Fairy for one tooth? What would you tell the Tooth Fairy that frequents your neighborhood? Ooh, it's down to $2. It was $5 earlier.
That's
all right. All right, so scan that QR code and weigh in. Well, our first guest has more than 100,000 followers on Instagram. She has tons of delicious dishes you can view, but one really caught people's attention.
All right, Tanya Manuel, owner of Beyond Flavor, is here. I'm looking at the chicken. Is it doing good? Is it all right? All right.
Yes, the chicken is doing good. It has maybe like one more minute to
One
cook.
more minute? Okay,
Yes.
so while that chicken is going, the real star of the show is over there.
Yes, so this is my dirty cabbage. The dirty cabbage is just a name that I came up with because it reminds me of dirty rice.
Dirty rice. Okay,
Yes.
that was the question. What makes it so dirty?
It's a dirty little secret. So what we have here is we have our meat already prepared, and it's basically just a turkey and turkey sausage meat. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add in your green onions.
Okay.
And you're gonna add in your onions and your red bell pepper.
Ooh, love the color here.
So we're gonna wait for the seasonings. Okay. Next, you're gonna add in your cabbage. You can just use the tongs if you don't want to use your hand.
Sure.
And just add in most
All
of
of
the
it, or
cabbage.
most of it?
Yes.
We're just gonna let that cook down?
Yes.
Okay, so
We're gonna-
while that's going, why do you think, this recipe and other recipes have gone so popular for you on social media? I mean, it's awesome.
So I'm really not sure, but I think it's because I cook good.
It's as simple as that, right?
Yes, but I think that, a lot of people, the reason why things go viral is because people comment and they were like, oh, I used to cook that, but the difference is no two people cooks the same.
Yes.
So while we're waiting for that, we're gonna add these seasonings on. So we have some thyme,
Okay.
some smoked paprika, some granulated garlic, some onion powder.
There's a lot of love going into this,
Yes.
right?
Some chicken base, some Old Bay, some black pepper,
There we go.
and we're going to use some Cajun seasoning.
Is this your seasoning?
Yes, this is my seasoning.
Where can people get your seasoning?
You can get this at www.shopbeyondflavor.com.
Is that good enough?
Yes, or you can sprinkle more. What I do is I usually just get it all mixed in, and then I put the lid on it. If you need more seasoning in the end, then you can add more seasoning as to just the taste as to your liking.
And how's the chicken good? Yep.
The chicken tenders, yes, they are good.
Yeah. They look finished, so I was going to start lifting them out.
And we have to give the shout out to Xavier, right?
Yes, we give a shout out to Xavier. That's my right hand man. He is there through thick and thin for all the events and everything.
And his secret recipe,
And
right?
his secret recipe is for this right here.
So we can buy it.
Yes, you can buy this also on
I'm
the
excited.
website. Yeah, he won't tell me
He just
what's
won't
in the
give it-
flour.
It means it's really good. I have
Yes.
So how did Beyond Flavor get started?
So Beyond Flavor got started during the pandemic. I worked as a nutritionist during the pandemic, but then I just decided to venture off and just start something different. Yes, that's looking good. So we're gonna throw that lid on there.
And you told us when you worked at the nursing home, because you used to just do desserts, but then one day, what happened?
Yes, it was supposed to be desserts, and then it just went kind of crazy. One day, I decided to do like a sale at the nursing home, and I had this thing called a soul cone, and it was like a waffle bowl with macaroni and cheese and fried chicken, and yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Wow,
Yes.
that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. Okay, and then they kept coming back, so you do catering, different
Yes,
parties,
I do
events.
caterings, I do brunches, I do in-home events. We're a mobile catering company, so we do just about anything that you would like.
And
Yes.
let's not forget the spices and seasonings.
Yes.
Where can folks find them?
You can find these on www.shopbeyondflavor.com, and this is where you can find our sauces, our seasonings, along with some good recipes, and along with other like shirts and aprons and stuff.
Yes, and you also brought, I see over there.
Yes, I
banana
brought
pudding.
desserts. That got me third place in the San
you,
Antonio
Fiona.
Sweets Festival. So yes,
What's in it?
It is homemade vanilla pudding, and it has vanilla wafers. It has bananas and whipped cream.
Okay. And folks can actually
good. That's so
buy the recipe with the chicken and the side dish on your website?
Well, the
Or
chicken recipe,
the chicken recipe?
yeah, it's up for free game. The cabbage recipe, it is on my website as well at the www.shopbeyondflavor.com.
And you have an event coming up, right?
Yes,
A few
I
of
have
them.
two events coming up. One is for brunch at Tiffany's. It's with the San Antonio Brunch Boss. And then I have another event. It's the 3rd annual Sneaker Ball, and it's with Mikhail Wayne Events Productions, and we're gonna have that over at the, I believe it is.
Like the Shrine Auditorium?
Yeah, the
There you go.
Shrine
I
Auditorium.
see
There
it.
you go. There you go.
It wasn't osmosis. I
Yes.
just read it right there.
Yes.
Okay, so two big events coming up.
Yes.
And delicious. We're going to try that too. Of course, you
Yes,
said
try it with the sauce.
Okay?
Yes.
We will do
So,
that.
That's
Yes.
what we're doing on commercial break.
Yes, we will get to
there-
that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that right there.
Yes, for more information, thank you so much, Tanya. You can head to our website, salive.com, click the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code right there on your screen. We're not done. We're going to keep eating here in a minute. Thank you, Tanya.
Well, there are so many San Antonio staples in our community, and many of them have reputations that keep people going back year after year.
Yes, Henry's Puffy Tacos is one of those spots where generations of families have visited for authentic food and memories too. traditions. It's all part of the legacy here at Henry's Puppy Tacos on the west side. Today we head inside to learn more about the story behind that signature dish, the Puppy Taco. For 45 years, people have been taking in the delicious food here at Henry's Puppy Tacos. Look at those. I mean, they look amazing. And I'm joined today by Imelda Sanchez. Hello. Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. You told me earlier off camera, you know, the kids, the grandparents, and just so many different generations that come through here.
Oh, yes, yes. I've been working for my father since I was young in high school, and been seen so many families come to the restaurant.
So tell me about the story behind Henry's Puppy Taco.
So my father opened up Henry's Puppy Tacos in 1978, but he actually had a restaurant in the 60s called El Taco Food to Go. He sold the specialty item tacos that we sell here today, but back then we called them something different. We called them crispy tacos, and just said, you know what, we're going to focus on the specialty item here, and so that's where we're at. We're here in Henry's Puppy Tacos, opened up here at 78.
I mean, if you look at those, look at that. I mean, the fluff there, you were describing how they soak in all the juices, right?
Right. So it's not a hard, flat shell. It's not soft, but when you bite into it, it's an airy, puffy outer shell, but then also the thickness of the corn on the bottom really soaks up the juices of the meats and toppings that you put in it. Yeah.
Is it safe to say, because I know you said we didn't invent the puppy taco, but it's safe to say it originated, we can say, sort of, in San Antonio?
I definitely think so. Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, I definitely think so, because my father was young, 13, when he worked at Ray's Drive-In. He actually worked for his older brother, Ray's Drive-In.
Shout out to Ray's Drive-In.
Yeah, and so we're happy about learning our specialty item from Ray. But Henry pretty much popularized, the name Puppy Taco. I mean, we called them crispy tacos back in the day, and my dad pretty much here in San Antonio pretty much popularized it. No one really heard about Puppy Tacos, so I think with my brother creating the mascot to promote our restaurant.
This is a part of San Antonio, right?
Oh, yeah.
They go hand in hand.
I think everybody thinks that, wow, Puppy Tacos, when they heard about it now, it's just, oh, that started in San Antonio.
And I love the story, like how the brothers and your uncles and your dad, and they came together and with these ideas, and how people here just took to that.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, making traditions. Our photographer, too, has been here with his family growing up.
My dad was very social, very loving, just wanting to get to know people. And I think that's what I learned from him. And so my brothers and I feel like, we love to talk to the customers.
So now let's talk about what we have on the table, because as you mentioned, it's not just Puppy Tacos. Yes, these are the stars right here, but plenty of other items.
When we talk about the Puppy Tacos, first, we do have a variety of Puppy Taco fillings. And we started off with the most popular ones are ground beef, picadillo, made with potatoes, bell pepper, and onion, and shredded chicken. But we've added an array of Puppy Taco fillings, and everything tastes good in the corn taco shell. So our spicy beef fajita has won accolades for one of the top tacos in America by the Daily Meal, and that was our spicy beef fajita. What we have here also very popular is our Mexican plate, which is the plate right up front, and our cheese enchiladas are really, the enchilada gravy is very tasty, and it comes with, of course, the Puppy Tacos.
I was going to say that too.
Get that. Our chicken tortilla soup, really, really good. We've got some awards with this chicken tortilla soup from the Express News since the 1990s. So everyone, that's a very popular
another star.
advertisement. So we like that. So
one star
yeah,
here,
so yeah, we do like that. So, but our enchilada, that's a burrito, and it's topped with enchilada sauce. So you stuff it with, we have carne guisada, spicy beef fajita again, and chicken fajita with rice and beans and grilled veggies. That's very tasty, and that's one of our newest popular items.
Well, if you haven't been, what's wrong with you? No. If you haven't been, come and check it out. Now, truth be told, I have never tried a Puppy Taco. So which one do you recommend? Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a bite right now.
Okay, so yes, I would say shredded chicken is, gosh, I've been enjoying them all. Shredded chicken is one of the popular ones, but so try the shredded chicken if you're not wanting spicy, yes.
Okay, yeah, I don't do too spicy. Here we go. I'll take our bite. Thank you, Imelda. Is it going to get messy? That's okay.
It's okay.
And there it is right there, the original location. There's another one down Bandera, so don't get confused. You can go to either one. Great food. And Fiona, that was my first time, even though, you know, I've lived here my whole life and I thought I've never ordered it yet. We got some for you. Imelda so kindly brought some.
And shockingly, and I can't believe I've been here since 2014 and I've never had one.
See?
You know, so.
Well, here you go. It's your moment. You see how airy they are?
Oh my gosh. Really light.
Yes. I mean, it's fried. You know, our producer Robert was saying, but it's still light. You know, it's just delicious. You know, comfort food. All right, for more information on Henry's Puppy Taco and let Fiona keep eating here, you can head to our website, SALive.com. Click the As Seen on SA Live tab or scan that QR code on your screen. Thumbs up?
Thumbs up. Two thumbs up.
Yes.
All right, well, get ready to walk on the wild side. We find out what's on the snack time menu for one feisty feline and learn some wild facts you might not know.
But first, tax day is getting closer, and if you have some questions how some families in town could get free tax help, find out if you're one. That's next on SA Live.
And before we go to break, here's something to smile about. This cute video was posted on TikTok by user Blaze Naked. It's already gotten more than 7 million views in just 3 days. This cute presidential candidate is someone we can all support. It's just a little something to keep you smiling today. More SA Live on the way. That is so cute.
I'm voting right now.
Welcome back to SA Live. Well, United Way is the largest nonprofit in the Alamo City, investing more than $40 million into the community every year. And one of the great programs they offer is free tax preparation help to many local families. And Valerie Sanchez, Impact Manager for United Way, is here to tell us about the VITA program and share some tips to help everyone get ready for tax season because it is fast approaching the deadline, right? Okay.
Well, it's already here. We're excited about it. Thanks for having us on your show. We've been in San Antonio for decades now, but VITA is a free tax preparation program where we assist individuals and families who earn up to $60,000 a year. We have about 13 locations here in San Antonio, and you can find a lot of info on that online on vitasa.org. But we work in partnership with Catholic Charities, the City of San Antonio, and a lot of other nonprofits here in town to help the community out.
Well, a lot of folks can benefit from the free tax prep help, and you'd love to kind of help out everyone. So you have some important tips that everyone needs to know about this tax season, and that one of them is there are some tax credits that people often miss, right?
Right, and there's some new ones too, but the ones people might miss are child tax credit, earned income tax credit. If you are working from home, which I'm sure a lot of people are right now, watching the show, you might be able to claim some of that on your tax return. There's also a clean vehicle credit that's new this year. So if you have an electronic vehicle, that might be something you can put on your return.
All right, and you mentioned, of course, folks working from home office expenses can be deducted as well. And some people have restarted paying their student loans, but there's some deductions there too, right?
Right. You should be receiving a 1098-T from your loan servicer. If you haven't received them, you might want to call or check out the website where you make your payments. But people should be making those payments soon if they haven't already. And it's kind of a little incentive to pay your student loans. That amount you pay towards your interest can be claimed on your tax return and be part of your refund as well.
And so if someone wants help from VITA, what do they need to do?
If they want help from VITA, it's super easy. You can go to vitasa.org or you can call 211 and just ask about free tax prep here in San Antonio.
And what should they bring with them?
The basic thing you want to bring are your W-9, your ID, your social. If you don't have a social, two of our sites do identification number assistance. That's Willie Velasquez and the Guadalupe Community Center. But the whole list of items you might need are on our website, vitasa.org.
Now, you mentioned that there are 13 locations around town.
Right.
Where are some of those locations?
We try our best to help out all over the city, so we're kind of spread out around town, but we're at a couple of the libraries like John Igo Library, Bazan Library, we're at St. Philip's College, Palo Alto College, we even have a location out in Fredericksburg.
Oh, over in the Hill Country.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And coming up in a few weeks, and we talked about this earlier, a free fiesta event for families. Tell us all about it.
Right, we have our Kids Fest. It's the only free family event, a family fiesta event where everything's free, the entrance, any kind of food. We have paletas and fruit, free books at this event, and it'll be at Copernicus Park on April 27th.
So April 27th at Copernicus Park.
Yes.
free event hosted by Vita, right?
Hosted by United Way.
I'm sorry, hosted by United Way, excuse me. And some free food.
Yeah.
And it is for families,
Yes.
right? Okay, so there you go. Don't say we don't take care of you. All right.
Right.
For more information on Vita and United Way, all you have to do is snap that QR code that you'll see on your screen or go to salive.com and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Chili Air is back. We're sharing a recipe that's perfect for this dip in the temperatures and the easy way to pack it full of flavor. And next, take the plunge. Hot tubs are getting frosty. The health benefits of cold tubs and the expo where you can find the perfect one this weekend. That's straight ahead on SA Live.
Welcome back to SA Live. This sounds like my kind of event. There's a big hot tub event coming up in New Braunfels this weekend, and here with everything you need to know is Casey Robertson, Director of Sales and Marketing with Sweetwater Hot Tubs. Welcome.
Thank you, Jen, for having us again.
Yes, happy to have you, and I'm very intrigued. You're talking about a different kind of hot tub. Tell me about that.
Well, we are introducing at the expo this weekend the Arctic Plunge Cold Tub.
Cold tub, not hot tub.
Not hot tub. It is a cold water immersion tub.
And there's some benefits to that, right?
There are a ton of benefits to them. A few of them are reduces muscle soreness, decreases inflammation, improves recovery time, and also improves your circulation as well.
And how does it work? You were telling me the temperature and how you can change it. And
yeah, so it's its own pretty cool looking unit. It's got a black aluminum surround with a stainless steel insert tub, teak top. It's got its own ozone and filtration system, and it's thermostat, so you can keep this set to as low as 37 degrees.
37 degrees.
Yes.
This is really good, like you mentioned to me earlier, athletes, right?
Athletes, anybody who's fitness, minded. You do a lot of physical activity for your muscle soreness and just improving that, recovery time as well.
Yes, I've even Googled it before. The benefits of that,
Yes.
even a cold shower. So you have that option now.
Correct.
Too, and you have an event coming up.
We do. We're going to be in New Braunfels at the New Braunfels Convention Center Friday through Monday. So we will be there. We'll have the cold tub there filled with some very cold water for everybody to check it out, as well as all of our hot tubs and swim spas as well.
Yes, and speaking of those hot tubs, tell me about the different, you have quite a range.
Oh, we have a big range of different kinds of hot tubs, from the ones you can just plug in, our plug and plays, to swim spas. So we have a hot tub or swim spa for everybody.
All right, and then there's also a giveaway, right?
There is. So for the first 25 people who come in and mention us being on SA Live today, they will receive dinner for two at Krause's in New Braunfels.
Okay, and for someone who has never purchased a hot tub, what should they know before they go looking for one?
Just do your reviews. Make sure you know the products that you're looking at and what kinds of things you're looking for in a hot tub.
Okay.
We've been in business for 40 years in San Antonio. We have an in-house full service department, so that's different. That sets us apart. Yes.
Yeah, that does say a lot.
Yes,
I didn't realize
it does.
That's a long time.
It
Wow.
is.
All right, well, don't miss the event happening this in New Braunfels, the New Braunfels Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo. It's happening this Friday through next Monday, March 4th at the New Braunfels Convention Center. For more information, you can visit the website hottubtradeshow.com or give us a call, or give them a call, give us a call. I think I'm gonna work for you. Okay, 210-590-6700. Casey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next on SA Live, it's feeding time, where you can witness this wild, one-of-a-kind experience and learn some fun facts about the often misunderstood cat. And right now on SALive.com, we're getting you ready for Leap Day. We've got 5 great deals you can score tomorrow on February 29th, including how you can get a large pizza for 29 cents. Just scan the QR code on your screen to take you straight to the deals. Don't go anywhere. There's more SA Live after the break.
Well, this Wild Wednesday, we're heading out to Animal World Steak Farm Zoo.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so you're getting up close, and you're not confused. You shot this segment back in December.
Yeah,
so you're wearing a Christmas hat,
correct,
right?
Yes, but Sarah the mountain lion is still there, and she is ready for spring break. So check it out. This is our visit with this feisty feline. Here we are at Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo, where you can take the whole family and make a ton of memories, maybe even get an animal encounter or two. Joining me right now is Casey Martin, mammal curator here, and that is our cheer squad. Okay, first of all, who are they?
Those are our gibbons.
They're gibbons.
Gibby and Judith.
All right. Thank you guys. All right. And we are here with who?
This is Sarah, our mountain lion.
Okay. And tell me about Sarah.
So Sarah here is actually the oldest cat here at the zoo. She is 12 years old. And mountain lions are pretty cool animals. They are found all over North and South America. And because they're found in so many different places, they actually have about 40 different names that you can refer to them by.
Okay, it's like cougar.
Cougar, puma, panther, list goes on and on.
All the same thing.
All the same thing, yep.
Okay, and so 12 years old, fully grown, obviously. So how high can she jump? How fast can she move?
Yeah, so she can jump about 18 feet vertical.
What?
And about 40 feet horizontal. So they're very impressive jumpers and climbers. They can live in all sorts of different climates.
Wow, okay. And so we are going to, she was already having a little bit of a snack. We're going to continue to give her a little more, right? Yeah. Okay, so what's all in here? What do we got? We got ground beef?
Some ground turkey, I believe, and some beef chunks.
Okay. Wow. Not for you guys, not yet.
And I'll hand you the tongs if you want to feed her those big chunks.
All right. And you say stand here because she can
reach out pretty far. So something that's really crazy with these guys is that mountain lions are actually considered to be small cats. Even though Sarah's over 100 pounds, one of the biggest differences between big cats and small cats isn't necessarily their size, it's whether or not they can roar or purr.
Oh.
So mountain lions can purr.
They purr? Are they lone creatures?
Yeah, so most cats are solitary, so you're not usually going to find two mountain lions in the same place at the same time.
Okay. And you mentioned that eyesight pretty good, considering she can see.
Yeah, so they have pretty good eyesight, and the way they hunt is they're ambush predators, so they'll stalk their prey, and once they get close enough, then they'll chase after it because they can't run for very long.
Right, so they're more sprinters?
Yeah.
Short sprinters?
So a pretty big misconception that people tend to have with these animals is the idea of black panthers, because a lot of times when people think about black panthers, they think about mountain lions because they're also called panthers. But that actually refers to jaguars and leopards. So mountain lions can only ever be this tan color. Now when they're born though, they have spots. So a lot of people tend to mistake them for cheetahs.
Next on SA Live, the chili air is back and we have a recipe that is perfect for it. Shailene's joining me. We're doing a cowboy beef stew.
That's right.
Now, what is the difference between stewing and braising?
Stewing, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cover our beef and our ingredients completely with our liquids.
Okay.
But in braising, you just put about a third of the coverage on your beef that you're braising. So a little bit of a difference, braising versus stewing.
All right, we're gonna make this. It's super simple, so stick with us.
Have to scan the QR code and weigh in on our question of the day because it is National Tooth Fairy Day. What is the right amount for the Tooth Fairy to give? Right now we're sitting at $2. I think that's fair. Keep them coming.
Welcome back to SA Live. From breakfast to burgers, salads to steaks, BeefLovingTexans.com can inspire you for every meal.
Registered dietitian Shailene McNeil is here with some flavorful recipes that can feed the whole family on these chilly nights. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here.
So let's talk about the ingredients that you have for this stew first.
For an easy cowboy beef stew, we're going to start off with beef stew meat. I picked this up right in the supermarket. You can buy ready prepared lean beef stew meat, but if you want to DIY, Beef Loving Texans can show you how to do that. You can use a chuck roast or a sirloin. There's a lot of different beef cuts that work great for stew meat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just pick up an easy package of 15 bean soup. What's cool is it comes with a spice that we're going to use to season our beef, and then we're just going to dump in some additional ingredients. We've got beef broth, some canned tomatoes and peppers and onions, and at the very end we're going to put in some delicious hash browns.
Ooh, makes it even
great
heartier.
ingredients, yes.
So Fiona, you've already started there. You're seasoning with that 15 bean soup. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in our stew meat into our pan that has a little bit of hot oil going. So that's a Dutch oven there. What we wanna do when we're cooking our stew meat is batch cook it. Cook it in batches, because if you put all your stew meat in at one time, it gets crowded, it starts to steam. But this way, you are going to see that so quickly, look there, how that browns.
Oh, you're right, that's quick.
And that brings out the aroma and flavor in beef. So once we get our stew meat,
how long does that usually take?
This is, 20 to 30 seconds on each side. We've got a lot of heat going there, and that is great. That's gonna bring out these flavors. You can see I've already been taking that 2 pounds of stew meat. So I'm gonna start adding this all back in here.
Yes.
And that's the base for our cowboy beef stew.
Oh, it smells amazing.
I know, it's so easy. You can help me do that. We're just gonna take about 14 ounces, which is a can of beef broth. I already have that pre-measured for you. Dump all that in.
Oh, all of this. Okay.
Remember, we said stewing was completely covering our beef and our ingredients. So then let's go ahead and add in our beans that we've soaked overnight to keep them a little bit more tender, kind of cuts down the cooking time, and it makes our beef and our beans cook perfectly finished at the same time.
And,
so
and soaking, you just let them, like, does the temperature matter?
I just covered them in water and soaked them in the refrigerator overnight. You could also boil them, bring them to a quick boil and let them sit for about an hour and get them nice and tender. Oh, look, that is looking so good.
I know, I love all the color.
And then just add in a couple of cans of tomatoes and peppers or tomatoes and onions. You could use a chipotle flavored if you wanted. You can kind of make it your own.
I wish Shailene in my kitchen every time. She's like the best training
Well, there's just so many different ways that you can change it up and make it great. So we're gonna what we wanna do is we wanna bring this to a boil. Okay. So that will come to a boil real quick, and then as soon as it comes to a boil, turn it down a little bit and let it simmer. Put that heavy lid, that's what's great about a Dutch oven, put that heavy lid on, an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. Once that gets nice and tender, we're gonna pull it off, and those hash browns over there that you've got, we'll pretend we've had an hour and a half. Dump those in. Yes, and now you have a super hearty meal with beef and hash browns and tomatoes.
Oh,
and
that's
stir all that up.
perfect. Yes.
And it all comes together so delicious, protein packed. Beef Loving Texans is your go-to resource for all things beef. But this beef is going to be super tender.
Here you go,
can give it a
Fiona.
try.
Okay.
You can put this in the fridge and let it keep in the fridge for about 3 or 4 days if you want to do that. You can freeze it.
You can freeze it? That was my next question.
You can put this in individual servings and just freeze it for a quick lunch or
good
dinner.
day to be filling in for Mike today.
Yes, a hearty beef meal.
Very delicious. And you have more recipes on your website.
BeefLovingTexans.com. Not just recipes, but also how to cut beef cuts, how to choose the beef cuts. So a lot of great education about beef. All things beef, check out BeefLovingTexans.com.
All right, and for more information, thank you, Shailene. That's so delicious. You can head to our website, SALive.com, click the As Seen on the SA Live tab, or scan that QR code that's on your screen.
Next on SA Live, a small crack could lead to big problems. The signs homeowners should know, how to spot foundation trouble, and the local company that can help. You don't want to miss this. It's warming up outside and it's starting to feel like spring, and your home might be feeling it too. With shifting temperatures, you might notice some warning signs that your foundation is shifting and due for a repair. Scott Wood, Assistant Sales Manager with Foundation Support Specialists, is here with some important tips for homeowners. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so how can folks tell if their foundation might have problems?
So some of the most common things you're going to see are going to be cracks in your slab, cracks around doors and windows, cracking in sheetrock, gapping in your external siding, or cracking in your brick.
Okay, and so is it possible to kind of tell if it's just settling, or I guess it would depend on the age of the home, right?
Well, there's really no such thing as just settling if you're seeing cracks.
So no matter
it
what,
sinking into the
issue.
ground is bad.
Okay, all right, that was our public service announcement right there. So if you think you have foundation problems but you're not sure, a home maintenance check is the next step, right?
Yeah, because if you're right and you've got those foundation issues going on, it's only going to get worse, so you want a professional look at it as soon as possible.
Okay, and what if you want to fix it yourself? Is that an option?
Well, it could be, but I'll just tell you from my experience, these things take specialized materials, specialized training, and a lot of times heavy equipment. So the stuff that we're going to get at Home Depot and Tractor Supply, those are going to be temporary repairs. 6 months down the road, you'll be doing it again, or be paying somebody else to do it again.
Right, so if you're going to get it done right, just call you guys, right?
Get it out of the way.
All right, so tell us about Foundation Support Specialists. You fix foundations, but you offer other services too.
Yeah, so we do a lot of waterproofing and drainage solutions. We also do concrete repair, concrete slab repair, and pier and beam structural repair as well.
Okay, and of course springtime, you get a lot of rain. What does that mean for your home?
Well, especially on pier and beam homes, if the ground, the soil outside of your house is saturating, it's going to find its way into the crawl space. And that can really affect the structural integrity of the wood that makes up the foundation of your house or your floor framing system. So that's going to be the main we're going to see around this time. If you got a slab, that water is just going to cause the soil to expand, and it's just going to move that slab around.
Okay, so all not good things. All right, okay, but you offer free inspections to check that out, right?
We do. We never charge for an inspection. We do it as a service. We'll come out. Doesn't take that long, and we'll leave you with if anything needs to be done. If so, what needs to be done.
And are there any common questions that people ask during those inspections?
You know, is this bad? How bad is it? They ask for timelines, things like that. If you want answers to any of those questions, best thing, let us come out and do a full inspection.
All right, thank you so much. You can call now for your free inspection with Foundation Support Specialists. That number is 830-521-5240, or visit the website foundationsupportspecialists.com. Scott, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tomorrow on SA Live, jump into fun for Leap Day. We bounce into a kids' indoor trampoline park that will be providing entertainment for the whole family by leaps and bounds.
And check out this local society pageant winner from Miss Czechoslovak US joins us for a bite of a handful of kolaches and a lesson in culture. It's tomorrow at 1 p.m. on SA Live.
All right, earlier we asked what is the right amount for the Tooth Fairy to give. Scan that QR code and let us know.
And there it is. The average is $5, but we got some votes for $1 and some for $15 and even $100.
Wow. I have to talk to the Tooth Fairy in my neighborhood.
So many different